Sonic is broken. But even the second best character on the tier list doesn't come without any flaws. Today, I will introduce you to Sonic's absolute worst moves in his entire kit, starting with his final smash. Okay, I'm just kidding. I already talked about that in another video. That really does suck though. Most of Sonic's moves are really strong, but there is a very small list of moves that I would consider pretty useless, and you will likely not see any top level Sonic players use these moves at all. In my opinion, oh, who am I kidding? The objective fact. Yes, me, Emperor, you're too slow. I objectively classify down smash as Sonic's worst move. Any deniers will be jailed. My opinion is law. No, but really, Sonic's down smash is definitely Sonic's worst move. I don't think you can argue otherwise. See, back in Brawl, Sonic's down smash used to be something else entirely. He used to curl up into this 15th ball move and spin around. Now, of course, the fans begged Sakurai to change it. The fans said, "Sakurai, please give Sonic a new moveset where he just doesn't turn into a ball." And Sakurai said, "Alright, what if we just copy Fox and Falco's down smash and give it to Sonic, except we make it dog shit?" That's right, Sonic's down smash is a copy of two already existing down smashes. And between these three, Sonic has the worst one. It's a split kick that... Wait, what the hell is that visual? Okay, we'll get back to that in a second. This split kick comes out at frame 12. By comparison, Fox's down smash releases on frame 6. That makes Sonic's down smash twice as slow as the one that he's copying off of. Falco's comes out frame 8, so it's slightly slower, but he gets to say this cool line alongside it. Hands off my... So, it balances out. In fact, if you compare Falco's down smash to Sonic's, Falco's down smash even has less end lag, even though it releases faster. So not only does it come out faster than Sonic's, it even has lower cooldown, making it safer. Now going back to this move's visual, I want to start off by saying that this move might have been decent if the hitbox matched these gigantic clown shoes, but it doesn't. Bruh. Sonic's down smash actually has less range than his down tilt. Like, how? This is bigger than this. In fact, the hitbox is so bad that it is actually worse at hitting under ledge than his forward smash. The move probably has the worst reward out of all of his smash attacks, and it comes with the most risk as well, since it's the least safe smash attack on shield. So this makes the move high risk, low reward. That is, by definition, a bad move. At least for all of his other niche moves, they have either good reward or low risk. The other contenders for Sonic's worst moves are Uptilt and Upsmash. Both of these moves are pretty mediocre, but I'd say at the very least Uptilt is low risk when using it to shark opponents on a platform, and Upsmash is somewhat high risk, but has decent reward. Sorta? Uptilt is pretty bad considering that it's just far too niche, and in almost every scenario where you would use Uptilt, you're better off using up air. Except when it doesn't work, what the fuck? Even if an opponent is standing on a platform, up air is a safer option to pressure someone with and leads to better reward. Uptilt can combo at very low percents, but it only combos into forward air, and the move isn't even strong enough to be consistently a kill option, so all in all, it's almost useless. I'd say it's probably Sonic's second worst move, and then finally, I'd say Sonic's up smash is his third worst move. It's not very strong, and it's pretty committal because of how long the animation for the move is, which means you're left wide open for your opponent to punish you if you miss it. However, the good thing about this move is that not only does Sonic crouch when you initiate it, which is good because that makes Sonic shift his hurt box and that can make your opponent more likely to miss their attack, but Sonic also becomes invincible on the startup of the move. This means that if you time it right, you can use this move to beat out any opponents trying to land on you with a hitbox. That makes it a fantastic tool to shark landings with and potentially reward you with a stock. The only problem with this move, however, is that it comes out relatively slow, at frame 14, and as I previously mentioned, it's a commitment. If you miss, you are leaving yourself open to a counterattack, and because of how slow it is, you can't reliably use it as a shield, or use it to catch most landings on reaction. By comparison, Spin Dash is a move that's also invincible, and most Sonics will choose to go for this to catch landings instead, because if you miss, the move has no end lag, so this move comes with no risk, and it also comes with great reward, so why bother with up smash in most cases? So to wrap things up, Sonic's three worst moves are down smash, up tilt, and up smash. These moves are for the most part kind of useless in Sonic's overall game plan, and in almost every situation that you would use these moves, you will have a much better substitute that you can choose. But before I end this video, I do want to go over one more thing. Now, word on the street is the Rice Man says that Sonic's down air is his worst move. Now, you guys may not know who the Rice Man is, but just hear me out. There's a bit of propaganda going around, and I just want to clear that up real quick. I've heard a couple of people make the argument that Sonic's down air sucks, which, yeah, the move sucks, but that's if you look at the move in a vacuum. It's a pretty slow spot spike, it comes out frame 17, and it's also a really weak one, so a lot of the times you're not getting a kill with it. It also comes with a little bit of risk because if you miss it, you put yourself in disadvantage and now your opponent is back at ledge, and that gives him an opportunity to ledge trap you, so you better not miss it. So yeah, it's a pretty niche move and it can seem pretty bad on paper, but when you look at the fact that this move is attached to Sonic, Sonic's down air actually happens to be incredibly useful in his game plan. See, if I'm comparing Sonic's down air to his down smash, I can probably bet you that if you watch a top Sonic player at any tournament, there's almost a 0% chance that they ever use down smash throughout that tournament. But I can guarantee you that that top Sonic player is using down air in just about every single game he's playing in. This move is almost essential to Sonic's kit, and the reason behind that is because A, it is Sonic's best option for canceling spin dash while it's rolling, and B, this move gives Sonic an extremely fast and rewarding out of shield option. Now for point A, I want to emphasize that it's Sonic's best way for canceling spin dash while it's rolling, not when it's charging, because when you're charging spin dash, you're probably better off going for spin jump or canceling spin dash with an air dodge. These options are faster and less committal, but if you're rolling with spin dash, your only option is to jump, turn around, or if you want to completely halt your momentum, you have to down air. Being able to just instantly halt spin dash's momentum is incredibly useful to his game plan. This gives you the mix up of being able to fake people out with this move. Also, if you're charging spin charge, you can't air dodge out of it while you're charging, so now you have to go for either spin jump or down air. See, having down air in these situations gives Sonic the luxury of having even more mix-ups for his already strong neutral tool, and in a lot of cases, I would argue that Sonic is actually much worse without having down air. There's a lot of instances where I can imagine that if I didn't have down air, committing to spin dash would have gotten me hit or even gotten my stock taken. So I have down air to thank for a lot of situations in my matches. Additionally, going to point B, down air gives Sonic an extra option out of shield. See, outside of down air, Sonic's fastest out of shield option is his forward air or up air. But you have to keep in mind that Sonic has 3 frames of jump squat on top of that. That means that his fastest out of shield options are frame 8. Sonic can also grab out of shield, which is frame 7. However, Smash Ultimate has a mechanic where if an opponent hits your shield and then you go for grab, your grab will have 4 added frames. So that means if an opponent hits your shield and you go for shield grab, instead of it being frame 7, it now comes out frame 11. But another secret technique to punishing your opponent out of shield is footstool. If someone hits your shield close enough, you can actually jump out of shield and footstool them. Now you can footstool immediately after you've jumped, which means that because jump is frame 3, your footstool out of shield can come out as early as frame 4. Since footstool is going to be the next frame after you jump. And after you footstool an opponent, Sonic can true combo out of that into down air. And the reason why you want to go for down air is because Sonic can actually combo off of down air. Yeah, that's right, down air is a combo starter, and because of this, Sonic now has a really good and rewarding out of shield option that comes out extremely fast. Sonic wouldn't have this option without down air, so Sonic's down air can actually have a massive influence on whether or not you're able to win the game. There are almost no scenarios where down smash is the deciding factor in whether or not I won a game, but I can guarantee you in many cases, down air was a deciding factor. When I think of Sonic's worst move, I think of a move that I could remove from his kit entirely, and it wouldn't affect him at all in how he performs. I can say that for up tilt, I can say that for down smash, and I can maybe say that for up smash, but I cannot say that for down air. Sonic gets a lot of mileage out of this move. But anyways, with that being said, the final verdict is that Sonic's down smash is just garbage. I hope you guys feel a little bit educated today. Hope you guys enjoy the content. And for our next lesson, we'll talk about what's the difference between ball 1 and ball 2. But that's for another video. See ya!